Every single time I hear the song, it just goes harder and harder. I love this. Dope. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 5? 6? 6? Thank you. Thank you for joining us. So, last time we talked about the follow-up process. That was a good podcast. I like that one. I feel like it's a very important topic. People can find a lot of value out of it. But I feel like today we should talk about something that's not so direct. Maybe something, like values.
The way you run your life, the way you think.
Yeah.
It's kind of the foundation of everything.
Yeah, so as I mentioned in the last podcast, I recently got, I've been trying to find ways to organize my thoughts. ADHD is, it's a bitch sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. And I've been trying to find ways to organize my thoughts, to write down stuff, to plan out my day. But I didn't like calendars and stuff, so I got this journal. And no, it's not a diary. I don't have a diary, even though there's nothing wrong with that. It's a journal. And I was just writing in it. Just, letting my thoughts and the pen flow. And I ended up writing a lot, and it was therapeutic. I learned a lot about myself, my values. It helped me be a little bit more organized with my thoughts. Mm-hmm. And I found myself writing a lot about the law of attraction. So I found out about the law of attraction a couple years ago, right around the same time as I was starting, trying to start up businesses, and I was trying to build a successful future for my life.
Yeah.
And I want to talk a little bit about that today, because I feel like it is the driving factor of, where I've gotten today. And, some people might hear the law of attraction and think like, oh, manifestation and stuff like that. And it's, I'm not thinking that deep about it. Do you know what the law of attraction is, right?
100%.
So it's essentially like it all has to do with your mindset and, the energy of your thoughts. Imagine your thoughts being an energy. When you have positive thoughts constantly about goals, aspirations, achievements, that can be looked at like an energy, and it sort of pushes you to be successful, to do the things that'll be better for your lifestyle. And
So manifestation and the law of attraction can work both ways for both positive things and negative things. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't realize that. Like if they say, I can't do that, or that's not going to work out for me, or that never works out for me, what they're doing is they're putting that message and that energy out there, and it's going to come back and make it a reality. So you have to constantly think in the vision that, you got to be very careful with being negative.
Yeah.
No, negativity could just bounce right back. I know a lot of people.
It's like a snowball effect.
I know a lot of people that are very negative, and always bad shit happens to them.
Negativity it's like I said, it's like a snowball effect. It can be very toxic. But what I like about the law of attraction is that it has to do so much with manifestation, and it's surrounded by trying to be positive.
Exactly. But on the positive side of things, with the law of attraction, it can work both ways. What we want to talk about is like reaching your goals,
yes,
positive things. And just so everybody knows, it does have a negative side. You want to be very careful with that.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't know. Did you want to say something?
Well, yeah, I just kind of wanted to build off of, why I brought up that journal. And I was writing about the law of attraction and what I've always done. That I've, when I first started, entrepreneurial, efforts, I would write on, I had this mirror in my room. And what I did was on that mirror, I took like an Expo marker, and I would write, I will be successful. I will, create general wealth. Just goals that I wanted to do, like blanket things that I wanted to do with my life. And the reason why I wrote it on the mirror is because every single morning that I looked in that mirror, I would see those things that I wrote, and it would remind me where I came from and why I started. And it kept me motivated as fuck. And I write like once a week in this book. I write I will do this. I will be successful. I will achieve this goal. And I always just positive affirmation for myself. It's just constant positivity. I'll write it down so that every time I look in that book, I see those things going on. And that's my, that's how I take advantage of the law of attraction.
Okay. Have you ever tried to do a vision board?
So I've thought about it, but I don't.
I did one. If I could share that story. So I did a vision board, and almost everything. So when I did a vision board, none of that stuff was existing in my life. And then when I did it, I kept it, and almost every single item on that vision board has come true, which is pretty crazy.
How long ago did you make it?
Man, 2005 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was way, way back. I was like, what do I want in my life? Boom, 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 boom. I put it all, I actually did it on like Microsoft Word. I dragged and dropped all the things that I want in my life. Like I always wanted an office. I always wanted to start a company. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. We have an office. We have a company. And we have, other things that were on there that I've achieved. And there's only a couple things that I didn't fully achieve, which aren't a big deal, but
Not yet. You have not yet.
I have not yet achieved. But it's not a big deal. Like one of them was to get into like superior shape, like I wanted to like be in the best shape in the world, but I'm working at that.
I guess that's all about perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in pretty good shape now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not the level that I want to be at. I want to be like,
but you can get there.
I'm on my way. I'm still in the journey.
As the famous Justin Bieber once said, never say never.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, seriously though, like it when it comes to like that sort of stuff, I try to take that sort of, I try to take that out of my vocabulary. Mm-hmm. I haven't gotten there, or I don't know what I'm like. I don't know how to word it, but you haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
And from a day-to-day standpoint, even the little things, I figure out a way. I try not to ever say, "Oh, I can't do that. I can't get that done." I'll figure out how to do it, how to get around it, how to achieve the goal. So if you picture like a basketball court or a soccer field or football field, I'm focusing on the goal. I'm not focusing so much on the obstacles. I'm pushing through the obstacles to achieve that goal that I have my eyes laser focused on. So I will have things in my life that I want, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be business. It doesn't have to be success and all the cliche stuff you hear. It could be like the littlest thing, like, I want this type of situation in my life. I want things to be arranged this way. I've had situations in my life where, maybe there was something going on that I wanted out of my life. I manifest that.
Yeah.
Basically get that negativity or that stuff bringing me down out of my life, and it would just naturally fizzle out and get out of my life.
I know exactly what you mean.
When you really get into manifestation, you can have some amazing powers. Not to sound cheesy, calling it powers, but it is.
It is.
You can have powers in your life to almost manufacture how you want your life to be. It is never 100%, but it's pretty damn close. So we wanted to create this podcast and this show today to kind of give people a layout of how we use the law of attraction
and manifestation,
manifest things in our life, and what our mindset is and stuff like that. So for example, if I have a goal when it comes to sales, I have a number that I want to hit, and I envision that I'm going to hit that number, but I'm going to hit that number by really connecting with more people, really helping more people, not just selling and selling, really truly making a difference in these entrepreneurs' lives that we do every single day. But I want to do it more. I want to scale it up a little bit more. I want to help them. But, also like, not to get off topic, but like karma's a big thing. Like
karma's a very big thing.
Karma's a really big thing to me. So like I always want to do right by the client. I always want to make sure I'm going the extra mile. I'm always doing the right thing, because like stuff can come back on you, and that kind of interacts and can impact law of attraction.
Yeah.
'Cause if you do shitty things, it's going to come back. It's going to come back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to manifestation,
Let's go. We got it.
no, seriously though, when it comes to manifestation, I know I've talked to a lot of people about, the law of attraction and manifestation. They're always, some of them are like, it's just manifestation, it's like a cheesy word, but it's real. When you look at it as like a process. So when you have the goal to start up a business, or let's say you have any goal at all, and you continuously write that down, you're subconsciously putting it in the back of your head that it's going to happen, and you do things to hit that goal. Mm-hmm. So if you didn't write all those, if you didn't write that goal down and you didn't say you're going to hit it, you're not going to be as motivated to hit it. It might not be like you telling yourself, I'm going to hit this goal, I'm going to hit this goal, I'm going to hit this goal every day. It's about believing that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then you'll find ways to make that happen.
You're 100% right. And I actually use manifestation, but I try to manifest sometimes for my clients.
Yeah.
I will envision, I'll paint the picture for them. Hey, imagine if you hit this number of sales, what type of better quality of life it could provide you. I paint the picture so they see, what they could gain by taking this step to invest in their business. So I'll sit there and I'll envision this with them when I'm talking to them and providing consulting and guidance and kind of putting together a plan to help them reach their goals. I will do it for them and with them. I've met with people that were doing very low sales and they sort of felt like, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, they weren't really motivated to grow. I agree with you. That's a big part of, when you're sitting down with a prospect and you're talking to them, a big part of it is, we keep going back to this, is body language and expression. And when you express that you believe that that this success is going to manifest from the decision that they make with us, they really start to believe it and they want that. We're talking about someone who's like happy where they are and they're not happy. They're content where they are.
Yeah.
You want to have them feel that emotion. You want them to manifest that, that next level of success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's all based on just energy. I'm not a expert at this quantum physics or whatever it is. I'm not an expert. I just know that when I learned about it, this was probably, I don't know what year it was, but when I learned, it was like 2005, 2006. Mm-hmm. My business partner, who was my longtime good friend, he came to me and told me about it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, there's this like mindset that, is really powerful. And he introduced me to that movie, The Secret. Mm-hmm. And I watched that and it kind of, I know it is what it is, but I kind of like looked at the foundation of what that was. And I kind of thought to myself, okay, now I am totally against the whole thing about just thinking that stuff's going to come to you by doing nothing. You do need to work. You do need to do the things that can help you reach those things and manifest those things in your life. You do need to get off your butt.
Yes.
And yeah, so
yes,
like
it's all about motivating yourself.
Some of the messaging can be confusing where it's like, just dream it and it comes.
That's not what it is.
You gotta have some initiative and effort in there.
But that's what people think manifestation is.
Yeah, it's side by side. It's basically working at the same, side by side with each other. Is here's your effort and here's the manifestation, but your effort is in line with the energy at the same time, so it's more likely to happen.
Well, when you look up the actual definition or the actual, law of manifestation, the law of manifestation is based on the principle that your thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and actions can transform into physical reality through focus and supportive action. So, all
supportive action.
Yes. That's a huge part of it. It's not just going to happen like if you just dream and think and, hope. You hope and pray. You can't hope and pray. You use the law of attraction and manifestation to motivate yourself to get that shit done. Mm-hmm. To motivate yourself.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, I would not be where I'm at if I just sat around and dreamed.
No, you got to make dreams a reality.
But the dreaming is the foundation. It's the action is the missing piece that a lot of people don't realize. And that takes work ethic, that takes focus, that takes drive, that takes motivation. There's a million other words. But once those items are in line with that manifestation and that law of attraction, those thoughts, now crazy stuff can happen.
It's true.
I used to dream. I used to, things like, just say something like, when I was younger, like something I really wanted in my life. And I was like, okay, when I learned about this stuff, I would envision myself like having that or doing that. And I'm like, keep focusing. And I would do little things to try to, and actions to help me get there. And it would happen.
Yeah. It's funny. When I was a kid, starting, maybe going to college, or I'm not really sure exactly when it was, but I always wanted to travel for work. I don't know why, but I always wanted to just like be like, oh, I'm going here for, a business. It's a business trip. I don't know why. I loved using that term. And so, for some reason, like I always like dreamed of that. And,
hey, we're almost there.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, we
did, but like,
I mean,
it happening on the reg is,
I know,
right around the corner.
And it, like I was going to say, it happened. I mean, that was just a small thing that, of a dream of mine that I wanted to do, one thing that had ended up becoming a reality. But, it's just funny. Like it's this stuff is it really works. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't know how to put it into words, but yeah.
It works. And you have to first set your mind to be very, very focused on it, but also feeling the feelings that you will feel if you achieved that. It's, sometimes I'll like kind of close my eyes and go, how would I feel if I had that or achieved that or reached that goal? How would I feel? So when you feel those feelings are in line with the energy.
Yes, getting your emotions involved, your feelings involved.
Yeah. And I have done it for not just success things. I've done it for little stupid things. Mm-hmm. Like kind of like, I wish this would no longer be in my life. And you know what? It's going to get out of my life, or that's going to stop happening. And it stops happening. Mm-hmm. Or, maybe I want a little bit more of a less stressful life. I swear, if I focus on having less stress, less stress, I envision the stress going down. No, seriously. Mm-hmm. And I'm not like foo-foo like that. Like I'm a straightforward guy, but like, and I'm more of like a reality guy, but I learned about this and I'm just kind of like, I'm chill about it. I don't really talk about it a lot, but like if there's something in my life that I don't want, I will envision it going away, and it works.
Yeah, I think what you're getting to
stress, bad things, like things, negativity, stress, things that frustrate you. Just in my mind, I go, you know what? Those things are going to naturally go down. And I just keep saying that to myself. Those are going to naturally go away. Those are going to fizzle out, and they do.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, so I think essentially what you're getting at is that law of attraction and manifestation doesn't just have to do with business. It doesn't have to do with entrepreneurialism. It doesn't have to do with it. It's a lifestyle. It's part of your life. It should be part of everyone's life.
Yeah, everybody pushes the law of attraction for like money and this and that. And even though it's great and you can do a lot of amazing things with money, it's more than just that. It can be used for anything.
Want to have a healthier lifestyle. Want to start going to the gym.
Healthier. Like I take a lot of pride in my health.
Yeah.
And I always express that I'm healthy. I'm in the highest level of health all the time. I always say like I'm biologically 10 years younger than I am. I believe that in every bone in my body. And then what do you know? I go to the doctor, I get a checkup, and he's like, holy crap, whatever you're doing. He goes, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Yeah. Because my levels are insane.
Were you always this healthy?
No. In high school, I didn't know anything about diet, and I was a little chubby. I didn't know anything about that stuff. I still lifted weights, though. I was always lifting weights. I've been lifting weights all throughout high school, but I was the heavier guy that had a lot of muscle under his fat, and I didn't know. And I'll never forget. I'll never forget this time. There was like this bodybuilder dude. I was at like a corner store with one of my buddies, and I used to love. Remember this? I know you might be too young for this. Remember Sobe drinks?
Oh my God, I do. I used to love those.
Yeah.
They disappeared out of nowhere.
Dude, I used to love Sobeys.
Wait, with the little lizard, right?
Yeah, I was drinking. I was outside of this corner store with my buddy, and we were just chit-chatting, shooting the shit. It was like summer vacation. And I'm drinking a Sobe drink. I'll never forget, this dude comes out and he's like, man, he's like, you got a really good frame. He goes, I can tell you work out. He goes, but man, you got to cut that sugar. It's messing up how you look. He goes, if you cut that sugar, and I'm sitting there like, what? What is sugar? Then this is back in the 90s and 80s, or my mind was from the 90s and 80s where fat was the devil and sugar was okay because there was no fat. When actually it's a polar opposite. Sugar will impact. Dude. So I was like, well, what do you mean, man? This guy was jacked and he was ripped and he was like, that sugary drink that you're drinking is messing up your physique. He's like, you have a good frame. I can tell you lift. You know, I was like shaped like a center lineman, you know, but I had muscle under me. So I took his advice, started watching my carbohydrates, started watching my sugar, did a little bit of research. And I was like, oh my God, okay. I learned a little bit about nutrition. And then I started hitting the weights a little bit heavier. And then I had all that muscle on me. Now you could see it.
Yeah.
And now I was like, whoa, okay, wow, this is crazy. Like I didn't expect all this to be under here.
Yeah.
So then like I got really passionate about fitness, and then I always wanted to know the most about fitness, and what manifested in my life was I got this like random ad for personal training. And I was like, oh wow, I can learn everything about personal training. Now I can be a pro at it.
Yeah.
And be an expert. And that came into my life. And now I learned a shitload about nutrition and stuff like that. But like that all that stuff just came to me because, okay, let me back up. When I was drinking that Sobe drink and I was lifting weights, I didn't know why I was like overweight.
Yeah.
I didn't know why. I was like, what the heck? Maybe I got to work out harder. I was thinking, oh, I shouldn't be eating butter. No butter, no cheese. It was all fats.
Yeah.
But you know, I was confused, but that knowledge came into my life. Dude, it was a random guy. It was a random dude standing there.
That's really funny.
Who filled me in on that. And that I manifested having be in better shape.
Yeah. So I can imagine some people who are watching might be thinking, oh, this law of attraction manifestation stuff does sound kind of convincing. Maybe I'll give it a try, and how to start. So the way that, and this was instilled in me from my parents and my grandparents and, people in my life. But the first step to, taking advantage of manifestation on the law of attraction is getting rid of limiting beliefs. I think a lot of people today, have these dreams that they leave on the pillow because they don't know if they're able to take the next step. They don't know if they don't, just, I'm not sure. What if, not sure. Get rid of all of those limiting beliefs.
No.
There are so many prime examples today that anyone is able to do anything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that was the first step. The second step is to define your goals, no matter what it is, no matter how big it is, no matter what age you are, it doesn't matter your position. Define what you want to do with your life. Define your goals, and then use visualization techniques like I did with my journal or like I did with my mirror.
Yeah, you have to see it in your mind and you doing it. You have to, like, let's say there's like a car, like I'm a wicked car guy. I love cars, all types of vehicles. I'm obsessed. It's one of my passions. I would, if there was a vehicle that I wanted, I would envision myself driving that vehicle. What would it feel like? How would I feel driving it?
Yeah.
What music would I be playing in it? Like that kind of stuff. Like I would really, really, focus on that and make it happen.
Yeah. It's funny that you said that. I always did that whenever I would be playing a song and I would think like, oh, this would sound dope in this car. Like I can't wait to play this in this car. I used to always do that.
You think of that stuff.
Yeah. But then, one of the last couple steps to that process on, manifestation is to use positive affirmations along with your visualization. Positive affirmations are extremely important in today's world. Mental health is just, it's rampant. It's crazy.
So there's one thing that I want to recommend to the audience is look on, if you have Apple Music, look on Apple Music. If you got Spotify, look there, or look on YouTube or whatever you can find or online. Hypnosis is very, very powerful. You can get pre-recorded.
You're talking about like meditation.
I personally use a hypnosis program that I listen to almost every night when I go to bed. And I just started doing it maybe 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. And the second I started doing that, crazy improvements have been happening. Can't explain it. So I have a good luck necklace that I wear
every single
that was
day.
given to me. I thought it was fluff foo-foo. They were like, wear this good luck necklace. It's already energized. I'm like, all right, okay, whatever. I'll put it on. Amazing things happened. Both business, life, everything was like improved. And I was sold. I was like, wow, this energy stuff works. Feng shui, stuff like that. It's all energy. How does energy flow? It's all kind of interlinked, karma, all that stuff. But when you do the things that will help you, you'll line yourself up for what you're trying to reach. But hypnosis specifically, it speaks to your subconscious, and I do it every night. Literally, almost every night I go to sleep, I put my earbuds in, and I'm listening to this hypnosis, and they're like, take a deep breath more. And there's like this weird, like very low tone mystical music. That's why I like this one. It's very low tone mystical music that's in the background. It's like, take a deep breath, in with your nose, out with your mouth. In with your nose, out with your mouth. Another deep breath, and all that. Now you are literally getting the same or similar process that you would go through with a paid hypnotist. But you got it on a CD, or you got it on a Apple Music. So long story short is, I listen to this thing. It's hypnosis, and it helps me. You can pick it for anything. You can pick it for self-confidence. You can pick it for success. You can pick it for reaching your life goals. There's this one where he brings you into hypnosis, and then he walks you through like this really nice house you have. And he's like, look at the beautiful paintings.
I'm going to try this.
And he's like,
that
one's kind of cheesy for me. I'm more of there's a first level that I really like. It's the general introduction to you reaching your goals, and it's more high level.
Yeah.
I like how it's broad, but there is a second phase where there's another there's another track where he's like, you go to the bank and you open up the safety deposit box, and then you open up the sachet of diamonds. You're choosing a diamond for your loved one. It's like
that's
very,
a little bit.
It's pretty wild, but he's like, you go into your private jet. The private jet's waiting for you. It's really, that's how we like talks.
You got to make one. Got him.
But I don't really like that one. That one's kind of like, but I just do it not because I'm like expecting something's going to happen. I just do it because I just want in my subconscious. I want my subconscious to be in line with what I'm trying to manifest in my life, lined up with my actions. So it's a trifecta. It's my subconscious brain. It is the actions I'm taking in my life, and it is what in the forefront of my brain of what I'm trying to attract in my life. This is the thing. Your forefront of your brain is like what you're thinking about right now. Like, hey, I'm going to bite this burger. That's the front end of your brain. That's what's happening right here and now. But the subconscious is very deep, and we might want to get into the more of the entrepreneur stuff.
Well, I was going to mention before you do that, hold on to that. You were talking about, the hypnosis sort of stuff. Another thing that I do occasionally, I don't do it as much as I want to, as I should. And I, maybe this is me saying I'm going to start doing it more, but, meditation and, certain breathing methods just to clear your mind.
Yes.
As someone who struggles with ADHD, it's hard for me to constantly think positively. There's always, or just to continuously have a positive outlook on things. But what has helped me a lot in order to keep that positivity and to keep that going is breathing techniques like the Wim Hof breathing. That's very powerful, that I found out about a year and a half ago. It's great. And then also just meditation. It really helps you clear your mind so that you get all, like, even the good and the bad thoughts just out of your head, and you can start off brand new thinking only positive things, especially early in the morning when you just relax and you let it kind of flow, and you go into your morning with a positive outlook. Because if you go into your morning, you're stressed out, and you got so much shit going on. It's like, you're not starting off at a good start.
Yep.
And then you go into the entrepreneur. Yeah.
So the side of where the law of attraction and manifesting, and it really breaks my heart, I see sometimes with certain businesses is they have a very negative, almost poverty mindset where they're feel like that they're stuck there, and that's where they should be. I swear to you, I've met with business owners, and it literally does this to my heart. It twists it, and it hurts. I feel really bad for them, and I'm like, oh my God, I could help this guy. I know I could. He just doesn't have the vision, and he feels like he can't achieve that. And I will literally give him a story. Like, I helped a guy that does exactly what you do 2 states over, and this is what I can do. And they're like, no, I just don't think that would work for me. And I see it. I see that, and they're just manifesting more
That
issues.
they're going to stay where
no
they're
growth,
at.
stuff like that. It takes that level of drive and motivation that they got. And I got to coach them a little bit. I turn into a coach. I'm like, listen, you got to step back. Why do you feel like you couldn't achieve this? And I'll turn it like almost like a counselor. Like, I'm like talking to them and, trying to coach them, into the right mindset for success.
Yeah.
That's the thing that really breaks my heart, when I know I can really change somebody's life and they just don't understand it. And I'm like, all right, I'll bow out respectfully, but I know that they have an internal issue with their belief.
Yeah.
Like, maybe somebody screwed them in the past.
Yeah. Yeah. And
that beat them down.
Yeah.
And I get it.
No, 100%. And like I had mentioned before, more people need to take advantage of, learn about, manifestation, the law of attraction, because, it has given me the ability to have such a positive mindset through everything. We've all gone through, shit. We've all gone through stuff that's hard. COVID was, it was horrible.
It was scary.
Really scary. And it's hard to keep positive, but
well,
yeah,
I want to chime in on that.
Yeah.
So while everybody was like scared and hiding, I tried to have a good mindset, and I'm like, this is not going to stop me. This is not going to impact me. And I'm just going to operate business as usual. So I was like the only guy, well, not the only, but a lot of people were like, you're like the only guy that's on the road. Like, I was
doing that while being safe.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. So I was, being safe, 6 foot distance, but I was still going out, having my meetings, while like other people were like, oh no, I can't gonna go out. I'm gonna do all Zooms. I was like, no, I still want to meet people. I kept the 6 foot distance and stuff like that.
We did a lot of Zooms back then, though.
Yeah. And I tried to, but I was like, I want to go out. I want to, operate. And
you, as a person, like, you have noticed, if you're not out and operating, you start to get really stressed out. And that's, it's a good thing.
I can't do that. I can't just sit around, and I can't do the Zoom thing. Everybody's different. I don't feel like I connect with people the same way as when I'm near them, and it's on topic. It's energy. They can feel my positive energy.
Kind of like what you were just saying with people who have that mindset. You like to express that feeling, and you like to share that.
Cable. Yeah. Cable always says that. The guy in Bill Ricca, he's like, I love your energy. You get me so excited.
A lot of people have
when
said
I'm
that.
near him and he can feel that I'm getting pumped for him, he can feel that. I'm on the journey with the clients.
Yeah.
I want them to be successful. So when I'm face to face, they can feel my energy. They're like, oh shit, this guy's real. He really wants to do this.
Yeah. But as I was mentioning before, I'm getting a time thing right now. But as I was mentioning before, we've all gone through shit. The only thing that we can do is keep a positive mindset. There's always a silver lining. You can always find something positive. Ever since I've realized this stuff, and I try to keep a positive mindset, it has helped me out so much. Yeah. So much. I could go through the worst shit, but I'm like, you know what? Could be worse.
Yep.
Let's cope with what we have. Not even cope. Let's work with what we have. Let's keep moving forward. Never stop plugging away. It's a mindset. You got to keep going. As hard as it may seem, you got to keep
find the silver lining in almost anything. Something that might come off as negative or bad, try your best to try to find the silver lining in it, and maybe you'll learn something from it, where you'll learn a lesson to not do something a certain way. But I always look at anything that happens in my life as what did I learn from that, and how can I adjust it to work out better?
Yes, I'm very appreciative that I've found that mindset. It's a very nice headspace to be in, to just constantly think positively, no matter what. Shit could be tough, but we're gonna keep pushing.
Awesome.
So yeah, today's gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode, and I'm okay with that. It gives us the ability to have more episodes each week. Like I said, last episode, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have 2 episodes per week. You can find out about when we're posting and when we drop on all the socials, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. We're going to be posting on Spotify hopefully soon. So I actually just found out. So right now we're only going to be posting audio only on Spotify, but I think we might get approved for video as well, which would be great.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.
As we talked about, try to keep a positive mindset.
Yes, always.
Focus on your goals. It will happen. Be patient, but make sure you take action.
Yes.
Don't just dream it.
Yes.
Follow your dreams with action.
Don't leave your dreams on the pillow.
And feel it.
Awesome. All right. Peace out.